Cosplay World, back for another Tip Tuesday. Now, I consistently get this question because a lot of my stuff is lit up and some of it is really specialty work, but that is really for specialty cases. Sometimes you can only really get in there with a small wire. You can only get in there with 1 or 2 LEDs in very narrow spaces, and you have to work these problems out case by case. But for general purposes, for the average job, you know what I use instead of, fancy wires and battery packs and switches and LEDs? A tap light. Just run-of-the-mill, dollar-ish tap light. I think you can even I've seen these in a dollar store for like $3 for $1. Yeah. And they're not like super great. In fact, I think these batteries are burnt out. Yeah, it's old batteries. I should replace them. Oh, well, you guys know what a tap light looks like. But for what you're trying to do, it will get the job done. You want them a specific color? Put Sharpie over the front of them. Put a gel over the front of them, and you can make them whatever color you want them to be. It is not too hard to modify these. You can also typically what I'll do is you've seen my Black Rot Shooter Canon, the travel Canon, my video playlist. It's mounted to the front of the Canon, and you tap it when you want to do a photo shoot, and it turns the light on. So for the entire photo shoot, you have a cool light. Now, say you want to replace the batteries, right? Bam! It comes right off the front, and you have no problems. Now, typically, I wouldn't imagine it running out because I'll put good batteries in here. They'll be good for a number of years, and that's usually good for your average commission. Your cosplayer won't really cosplay the same thing for years and years and years. But assuming you don't have it on constantly, yeah, these batteries will last you for as long as you need them. So if you're confident that you're not going to wear down the batteries, you can just mount these right into the whatever costume you're working on and probably never have to worry about it again. Now, these are really cheap. Now, if you really need something special, of course, you can go spend like 45 cents for this one switch and $1.25 for this one battery pack, and who knows how much I spent for this bit of wires. And these are pretty cheap, but these are the high intensity ones. These are just generics. Yeah, whatever. But as you can imagine, after you got the wire and the pieces and the switches and everything together, it is quite expensive to do these jobs. And if you are new to doing this, your soldering may not be up to par or may be a little shaky. Sorry, I don't want to be mean about it. But you could have faults somewhere in your connections, and then finding and troubleshooting where that connection problem is a huge pain in the butt, especially if your work is completely finished. Now you got to rip the whole thing apart to figure out where it is, or it just doesn't work. So the safe bet in a lot of cases is just buy the thing that is manufactured in China and works almost every single time you ask it to. You just replace the batteries. So there are cases where I'll use these, absolutely, but for the average run-of-the-mill costume, you can get away with with a tap light. Let me move these out of the way. And they come, of course, different shapes and sizes and so on and so forth. And you can work well within these kinds of off-the-shelf lighting solutions. Of course, everyone knows the Christmas light solution here. You have blinking. Don't pop off yet. You have lights on, and there's different kinds of blinking. You can even get ones that do specialty patterns. I think they're around $5, but it's totally worth it. $5. You can't hope to program a control panel with your custom thing. No, it's super cheap. If you're not worried about a specific pattern, say a helmet, a Daft Punk helmet with specialty smiley faces or whatever, hey, you use flashing and specialized patterns, great job. That's all you probably need to get the job done. I don't know where the lid is to this, I'll just, whatever. But you guys get the idea there. For most of my problems, if it's a circular shape, like the tip of a gun or a cannon, I'll just use one of these. If it's panels, I'll use one of these. Well, this is huge, but I did have smaller, I need more. But you can find these in a myriad of shapes to suit your solution, and then if they are clear like these are, I just put a piece of plastic over the front in the color I need, or even Sharpie. Like, honestly, Sharpie will get you a color you want, just color over the top and it'll be fine. Is there other kinds of paints that do very well? Sometimes stains are okay to color these, but trust me, it's maybe not the most impressive solution, but it's the most reasonable and most practical as far as I'm concerned. And for me, who just is out to make the most reliable work, I'm not reinventing the wheel to impress anybody. I want the thing to work every single time. And so this is why I choose tap lights and off-the-shelf lighting solutions. You may have to cut and edit or hide extra lights in this case. Like, may not need all of these, or you may need 2 or 3 or whatever it is. But it is a pretty simple solution to your lighting problems, and it doesn't add too much weight either. Oh well. I know maybe some people wanted really a long explanation of wiring and soldering and voltage and amperage and whatever. Screw it. People have done that for you. Just buy the thing. So have a look around, see what you can find in your local Walmart even, and you will find your solutions. I've ripped apart blinking candles for their circuitry. It's just cheaper. Thanks for watching, guys. Good times to all. Rah! Hey, looks like you made it all the way to the end. If you're interested in more new tutorials, con coverage, and other cosplay shenanigans every week, hit that sub button to get it delivered hot and fresh to you.